Fantom, Fantom, Fantom. I've been telling you guys. Oh man, Fantom is up another 5% today after a 6.6% pump yesterday, a 5.3% pump the day before. What an insane move we've had from the bottom here on Fantom as Bitcoin tries to get its foot in back above 19,000. Guys, we're going to go through the Fantom chart. I'm going to share with you exactly the price targets I expect to see hit, plus whether we can hit that 30 cents mark and beyond. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you want to trade any of these moves with me, check out the links in the description to BYBIT and BITGET, and make sure you're in our Telegram channel. I'm going to leave the QR code for you here. Make sure you join the Telegram channel. I share trades and signals, which I don't put on Twitter or on YouTube because they're time sensitive, and they're in a free Telegram group. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's free, but just make sure you're in that Telegram group so you do not miss out on these kinds of gains. Now, let's jump straight into the chart. Fantom has been on an absolute tear. You can see just about 10 or so days ago, as the new year turned, we were sitting at around 19 cents on Fantom. If we take the measured move from there to the wick of the candle we produced today, that's 51% at the max there, and to where exactly where we're at right now, 46% on spot. And that is exactly how you start to make money trading. You trade with the trend. You be very patient when the trend is not your friend, but when it does, you go with conviction. And the only way you can have conviction is if you know what to do. So guys, if you're new to technical analysis, ijaz.uk/TA, like everything else, that is free. Go check it out. It's free. You'll learn EMA ribbons, you'll learn head and shoulders patterns. I'm going to show you how I use the EMA ribbon to make some serious profits yesterday on a 5-minute chart trade as well. So nice big move here. Now, more importantly, what pattern do you see us forming? You can see that similar to Bitcoin, we're forming this double bottom pattern, which is what we're breaking out from. Now, if you were to take the measured move, you take it from the neckline and you take it to the maximum point and you plot that at the point of the breakout. Now, what this gives us is a price target up at 34 cents. And this is really exciting. Now, before we get to that level, we've got to understand, where are the resistance levels? Well, the first major resistance level, always look to the left. Remember, like Beyonce, like look to the left. Now, when you look to the left, what do you see? There's a cluster of resistance here. Okay, so in November, we had a nice run up. We had a big candle wick up here to 31 cents. So you can say that's similar to where we're at right now. I'm going to explain why it's not similar, because we're just looking at technicals right now. I'm going to sprinkle on some macros. You guys know that's important. But for now, let's just look at this. And we see that this wicked up to 31 cents, then we got thrown back down. Okay, so naturally, you're going to look at that and see there's some resistance. Also, there's horizontal resistance at the 30-cent mark. That's a key psychological and technical resistance level. We need to get above that 30 cents mark, not like this where we get faked out. We need to get above it and hold above it in order for us to have our next move and get to 34 cents and then beyond, because the next level is 38 cents. So that's what we're looking for here, if we can have a continuation of a move. Now, I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as I've just drawn there, but it's very possible, and the impulse is with us at this point. Now, what I want to do is I want to jump down into the 5-minute chart, because what I want to show you is exactly the trade that I shared on Telegram. I'm going to pop it up here as a screenshot, but what you guys will be able to see is if I bring on the EMA ribbon, we were talking live in Telegram with the community, and everybody's really excited about the move after we had CPI yesterday. If you guys don't know what happened with CPI, really important that you watch my videos from yesterday. I break down the CPI reading and why it's important, because this is not like any other reading. We're now not in the same environment we were in just a couple of months ago. This is fundamentally bullish, which is a good sign. Now, there are some risks, there are some fears. I don't want everybody to get super excited, but there has been an inflection point, and that's important. So we were sitting there on the 5-minute chart, and you could see that we were having this roar. And a lot of people in this position, they want to follow their emotions. They see the market pumping, and they constantly ask me, is it too late to get in? Is it too late to get in? Guys, you've always got to wait for the pullbacks. Wait for the pullbacks. And when I say pullbacks, I personally love to keep it simple. I don't want 100 lines on the chart, even though sometimes I end up with 100 lines for you guys here on the video. But when I'm trading, I like to keep it simple. And what I did was I just used the EMA ribbon. I wait for a retracement into the EMA ribbon. So if I'm trading on a 5-minute chart like I was doing here, I know the trend is my friend. I can see that Bitcoin is continuing to move at that point. And I'm looking at it and saying, okay, can we get a calling off? You see that calling off. If you miss that one, it roared back up. Now you're getting FOMO, right? It's sitting at 27 cents. But you really don't want to be entering right here at the peak, because then you're going to catch that retracement. And oftentimes that's what messes people up, is when you buy up here and then the price goes here and you panic. Then the price goes here, you panic. Then the price goes here and then you panic. okay? So what you want to be doing is buying into strength. So anywhere where you buy around here, or even if you bought in here, you're okay, because the dip you're taking is that much and maybe that much. And that would have scared you, but not as much as a move from here to here. So that's the key about buying the dip. Try to buy as deep into the EMA ribbon as possible, because that's when things start to move in your favor. And then as you can see, the people got shaken out on the leg down. And now, if you're buying at 26 cents versus up at 27 cents, okay? So that's a big difference there when you're trading on the 5-minute chart. And then you had your nice big move, flipping your 5-minute EMA ribbon back, and then you want to be taking your profits at the top here once you see an overextension from the EMA ribbon, okay? That's where I like to, when I can see like clear air between the chart and the EMA ribbon, that's when I get a feeling that you're overextended. That's where I'm happy to take some chips off the table, wait for a call back down, and then if I wanted to re-enter, then you look for opportunities to re-enter, okay? So that's a quick little tidbit on how I like to trade in the short term. I know we've not been talking a lot about short-term trading because the environment's not allowed it to do so. You guys know I don't short, you guys know I don't leverage trade, and I just want to take really safe, calculated spot trades. So if you guys want to do that with me, BYBIT, BITGET, links in description. Make sure you've taken the TA course beforehand, ijaz.uk/TA. It will only take you a couple of hours. It's completely free. It won't be free forever. Make sure you've watched that, you understand TA, so that way everything I'm saying here is not complete gibberish. But Fantom, really nice move here, up 4%. And I want to spend a little bit more time talking about this, because it's not just the fact that Fantom is moving. It's the fact that Fantom is outperforming all the major players yesterday. Right? In fact, let's see if we can take a look at the Fantom dominance. Guys, look at the orange line here. This is your Fantom dominance. This is Fantom's outperformance of the wider market in terms of market cap. And look at this, a huge spike. And it's no coincidence that you're seeing big moves in the dominance. I mean, you're looking at the extent of roughly 70% outperformance of the market, which is huge. Remember, I'm not focused on the absolute numbers right now. I want to see which tokens are performing and which ones are outperforming the market right now, because those are the ones we want to be positioned in. When Bitcoin has crazy days like it did yesterday, we're going to come on to Bitcoin as well. When Bitcoin had crazy days like it did yesterday, you want to make sure that your altcoins are moving. And if they're not and they're red, there's a major red flag. Now, if it's red because it's outperformed over the previous few months and it's fine, then that's cool. But if your coin has been falling every time that Bitcoin has been falling and falling worse than Bitcoin, and yet when Bitcoin has a good day, it's just not reacting, that's a little bit of a red flag for you. The good news here with Fantom is it outperformed all major layer ones yesterday. It had very good attention, okay? And that was really promising here for Fantom. Now, if you take a look here at the Bitcoin chart, we've got to understand that obviously Fantom's only going to continue moving if the trend can stay our friend. And with Bitcoin, we've been following this pattern. I'm just going to move my price target to the right-hand side so it doesn't block any targets. I'm not redrawing it, as some people on YouTube clearly do. And what you can see is we've got this double bottom reversal pattern. You guys can go back many days ago. We drawed it about this point here where my cursor is, and we could see that we were forming a clear double bottom reversal. Again, if this pattern doesn't make sense to you, links in description. And we got a beautiful breakout. Now, remember I said we need that volume to come through. It did. Guys, we got a nice volume. I said I'll even take volume like this. We got even better. So yesterday was a nice positive day, really good volume. And we've even managed to continue today with a slightly green day, albeit not as much, 0.84. Now, I want you guys to be careful. Do not be surprised to see a little bit of a correction. It doesn't necessarily need to come all the way to the neckline because we're so far from it right now. But if it does, I'll be taking that as another dip opportunity to take another trade, because this trend is our friend. The macroeconomics, which I'm going to come on to, are looking favorable. And so even if it does want to dip down and markets want to get a little bit spooked, I'll be taking that dip because I want to ride this all the way up to the 20,000 level here at the top. Now, it's very important to note the move we had yesterday was very significant. If you look at it, where have we entered back into? We're back into our famous channel. Remember this channel we entered ever since the Terra Luna collapse? We're back into it. And this is really good now. If we can hold in this level, work our way and even spend some time here, that's absolutely fine. All it means is this will then be classed as the FTX saga. We would have dealt with it and now we would have recovered back to pre-FTX levels, which is a major coup for us and will be real positive data. Now, important to understand, a lot of people are saying, why is everybody getting excited? Inflation is still 6.5%. It's not 2%. I'm like, guys, you need to understand that when it comes to investing, investors look for inflection points. Okay, investors do not look at absolutes. They're very smart. They're looking ahead to see when is there a change of direction. 6.5% inflation on the ascendancy when the previous readings have always been positive and you're climbing is not the same as 6.5 on the way down when you've seen big falls to the downside and are expecting more falls continuing. And that is why fundamentally we are seeing markets feel a little bit positive. Now, I want to give a little bit of doom and gloom as well, because I have to be a realist, I have to be a pragmatist. When this is not a Moonboy channel, there are plenty out there if you guys want to watch those. Please do go ahead and watch those. There's earnings season kicking off today. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Bank of America. And so traditional markets are a little bit tentative heading into those. They're looking to see if these banks have good data. If the banks have good data that support the fact that we could have a mild recession or no recession, markets are going to be really excited. But there is still this fear by some that we could be heading into a medium/deeper recession. That's the fear that remains. And that is why from a long-term perspective, we just need to remain pragmatic. We just need to stay calm. But one thing is for sure, if you're new to crypto and you've only just seen that pump, this is normal. This is what crypto can do. That day yesterday, that excitement, that move, that green. That is what crypto can do. And I know a lot of people yesterday, and I said this during the bear market. I said, guys, these days are boring, but these are the best days. And you're not going to like it when it's green either. And do you know how many messages I got yesterday saying, I don't like it green, I wish the CPI came out bad? Because people want to accumulate. And I know that feeling, because I always, despite as much as I try to accumulate, I never feel like I have enough. And you always have FOMO. FOMO is something you will never just delete, right? It's something you got to manage psychologically. Yesterday when the price is pumping, everybody wanted to FOMO in. They wanted to take the trade. You've got to wait for retracements. You've got to wait for buying the dip. You've got to manage your psychology. You've got to be patient. Do not chase those green candles. We do not have green candle disease in this community. Buy on the fearful days and then enjoy on those other days. That's why we were buying at 15 on Fantom and we're enjoying as we head up towards 30. That's a double up on your money in just a patient couple of months. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you appreciate this type of content, smash some likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you go watch my video on inflation yesterday. A lot of macroeconomic gems in there. Check out our course member live streams as well. Ijaz.uk/member. We just did a deep dive into some macroeconomics data. We were looking at Morgan Stanley reports and JP Morgan reports about where the macroeconomics are heading and whether we think 2023 is going to be a manageable or challenging year. So if you guys want that non-YouTube friendly content, the real deep dive stuff, the geeky intellectual stuff, make sure you're in those member live streams. You can cancel at any time. We do 3 times weekly live streams. Thanks for jumping on, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.